Today we're going to be exploring India's rich textile heritage through our artists. Mojato pays a beautiful tribute on Father's Day. Plus we tell you all that's happening around the country in our upcoming event segment. This is Mojato On Art, and let's get started. We're going to start by going on a beautiful tropical getaway. Now, Nicobar is a brand that makes clothes for the modern day Indian. Relaxed, comfortable, and serene are the words that you would associate with their designs. This is their story.
Building a nimble company with an aim to appeal to a modern market means that you've got to balance a lot at once, from the digital to the physical. Nicobar, a new design company, sees it all as a blend and one that speaks the same language. The company, founded by Rahul Rai and Good Earth CEO Simran Lal, hopes to take us on a tropical journey each time we shop, even if we're just on our computers.
We always start with what we feel the need for, and that's how, and that's really important, because we didn't necessarily do it because there was a market. There are many things the market needs, and we're not going to be doing that. It's things that we needed. Good Earth is artisanal, Good Earth is craft-based, Good Earth is luxury, it's refinement, all of that. And Nicobar is the more easy, relaxed, I would say sibling maybe, or younger, much younger, I think. The aesthetic is, we've been inspired by the Indian Ocean, and there's something very beautiful about the colors of the ocean, of just being by the sea, by travel, by wanderlust, by meandering through things.
We visited Nicobar's offices, where designers, writers, merchandisers, and more come together in an open workspace at Chhatarpur Farms.
It's pretty nuts, actually, especially in this place. There's like a whole bunch of people with their different design aesthetics and voices that are coming across.
Where many Indian stores boast bright colors, loud prints, and a sell, sell, sell philosophy, Nicobar's approach is starkly different. While its inspiration has India at its core, it is shaped by a global aesthetic. The look, both online and in their Delhi and Mumbai stores, follows.
And so that's where the genesis of Nicobar was, to try and capture the modern Indian spirit. As you can see, our signature is quite simple, we're quite relaxed. We take chanderi, which is used for saris, and we make dresses out of it. We take a kulhad, which is from a train station, and we interpret it in a modern way. We go to the Nagin Lake in Srinagar, get inspired by lotuses and lily pads, and we come back and make a thali out of it.
This is me in honest mode.
The design, even of its website, follows suit, inviting visitors into a Nicobar way of looking at the world.
Now I sing
What we're championing is this idea of consuming slightly more carefully. Buy a couple of things, but make sure that you love them. You want your consumer to have a sense of what company they're buying into. For us, it was a very intentional thing to make it quite neutral. Keep it clean, keep it simple, let the product speak for itself, let the people speak for themselves. Mostly grays and blacks and whites. The elements that we use are nature-based, so plants, greenery, sky, sand, that kind of thing.
just another.
There's a simplicity to it. There's also, I would say, serenity. The colors are very soothing, and there is an Indianness which is a bit of an undercurrent. It's not something which is right there in your face, but when you look at it, you will find altogether that there is something which is Indian about our things, whether it is, the fabrics that we choose to use, or in the materials, or in, the shapes, or, some of the decor things. So yeah.
I lost my way.
India might be a land of startups, but Nicobar is a new kind of digital-first Indian brand. From its work culture to its visuals, it could be predicting a new kind of creative India for today's global citizen, or perhaps subtly shaping it.
It's never too late, just another day.
Now that story has got me wishing for endless beaches and pina coladas, but I think that'll have to wait. We now move on to something that is so inherently Indian, the beautiful art of Chikankari. We've traveled all the way to Lucknow to bring you the secrets of this age-old practice.
A symbol of Lucknowi culture and the elegant coats of the Nawabs. Chikankari is one of India's oldest and finest embroideries. For Italy-born textile artist Paola Manfredi, the journey to rediscover Chikankari resulted in this magnificent book, which traces the history of the exquisite craft tradition.
Got interested in textile, and especially the Asian textile, when I was a student of ethnology in Paris. Towards the end of the 80s, Seva had started its operation and its organization in Lucknow, and they used to bring to Delhi very beautiful Chikankari, which was getting revived.
The literature on the origins of chicken is very scanty. Paola's book fills the void by bringing to life the beauty of this art form through her 3-decade-long experience of working with craftspeople.
Chicken is used as a metaphor for the needle. The word chicken was given to embroideries that were produced in different parts of South Asia. So scholars think that it was probably a kind of trade term.
Paola says that while some writers did attempt to define chicken embroidery, they struggled to find words to convey the ethereal essence of the craft. For George Watt, the director of the Indian Art Exhibition in 1903, the Lucknow chicken was the purest indigenous needlework of India. Kamla Devi Chattopadhyay, social reformer and the driving force behind the renaissance of Indian handicrafts, described it as the subtle white-on-white stitches, and Daskar's Laila Tayabji compares chicken to a dragonfly's wing.
Really, the mystery and magic of chicken is that it is so fragile, it's so delicate, it's so ethereal, and yet it comes from very dark and very poverty-ridden gullies in Lucknow. And for me, one of the magical things of chicken recently, and the revival since the 80s, in which Daskar and I were fortunate to be part of, is that through chicken, the women have suddenly found light in their lives.
And while Chikankari has brought a new meaning to the lives of the craftspeople, organizations like Seva or the Self-Employed Women's Association established in the 80s in Lucknow say a detailed book like this will help in preserving knowledge of the craft and in maintaining old traditions.
सुई को कैसे आर पार करो कि उसकी निखार बिल्कुल सामने आ जाए. That's what Paola's contribution. आज चिकन की हिस्ट्री में ये है कि इसने कला को दोबारा जिंदा कर दिया. औरतों की अपनी हिम्मत से आज चिकन एक बुलंदी में पहुंची.
जुल्म अब मिट जाएगा चिकनकारी के बाजार में.
ये बहुत मेहनत का काम है. इसमें असल में आँखों का और ज़्यादा इस्तेमाल होता है, इसलिए इसमें काफ़ी टाइम लगता है.
चिकनकारी लगातार और आगे बढ़ रही है. इसमें नई पीढ़ी भी आना चाह रही है.
With camera person Ramesh Joshi in Lucknow, Pooja Arya and Umesh in New Delhi, Martina Roy for NDTV.
Well, the weekend is almost around the corner and we've made a list of all the interesting events that are happening around the country. Let's take a look. Delhi. All you music lovers, this is your chance to celebrate World Music Day with Alliance Francaise. To celebrate World Music Day with Fête de la Musique, a day dedicated to the promotion of music from around the world. Mumbai. Traversing 7 decades through engaging anecdotes that chronicle time, relationships and culture, Bandish 20 to 20,000 Hertz is a story of two singers, a Nautanki singer and a Baithak singer, taking a musical walk down memory lane. Bengaluru, you're in for a treat. Photo Inc. and Gallery SKE has collaborated and brings you an exhibition that features the works of 7 iconic photographers. You can catch the works of Prabhuda Das Gupta, Madan Mahata, Umrao Singh Shergill among others at the exhibition. Pune. In its 22nd edition this year, the European Union Film Festival features a bouquet of 22 latest and award-winning European films from across the continent. The festival will screen movies from varied genres ranging from comedy to gripping family drama, romance and adventure.